I enjoy that part of it. It almost feels like a CSI crime thing. Hi, this is Jennifer Thomas with United Country Real Colorado Properties. And today I thought I'd sit down with you and talk a little bit about myself, what brought me into real estate, where I see myself going, and topics about real estate. I started real estate for the public about 8 years ago. Before then, my husband and I bought and flipped houses ourselves. I really enjoyed that. I enjoy anything doing with properties, whether it's decorating, anything to do with a property. I enjoy it a lot. So the public I started 8 years ago, and since then, I've been trying to diversify, which means I started with just buyers and sellers and residential. I've done a few farm and ranch, which I really enjoy that. As most of you know or know me, I did grow up with horses and cows and showing horses for most of my life. So that environment is very comfortable to me. Another thing that I wanted to diversify in was commercial. My husband and I both own some commercial properties. I didn't have much experience with that, so I wanted to go outside of my comfort zone, and that's what I've been trying to do recently is expand into commercial. I enjoy the aspects of finding out what a company is worth, what it's going to be worth to the buyer, what the seller has done throughout the years to improve that business. So that's what brought me to United Country Real Colorado Properties. They have a great commercial division, and I've been experiencing that with Nate Richardson, which is my managing broker. And I just love the aspect of commercial. I still do, obviously, residential, farm and ranch, but I also want to just grow. I'm always in the mindset that if you're not growing, you're not going forward. So this is something that I really enjoy. And then what brought me to be the Delta branch manager was an interesting story. I met Omar and Nate probably over about a year and a half ago, and that was at my first United convention. And they both were very loving and friendly with open arms, and you could just reach out to them with any questions. And so I got wind that they were interested in buying the Delta and Montrose branch. And so I knew since I lived in Delta that I wanted to work in the Delta office. And Nate himself is a big guy in commercial. So I figured this would be a great opportunity to combine those. And then they asked me to become the branch manager, which that entails me just making sure the office is up and running, that the agents stay happy. Obviously, we want happy agents because if everybody's happy, everybody works well together. Bring on a good team, and I believe we've started that here in Delta. That's something we're trying to expand now in Montrose. Don Martin is now the Montrose branch manager, so he's working on that. And another field that I like is that we have 5 offices now between Junction, Craig, Rifle, Delta, and Montrose, but it doesn't feel separate. We're all like together. And our family, we call it a family because that's what it actually truly feels like. It's funny to say something like that in real estate that, you feel like a family or a team. I've been at other places and it didn't feel that way, but we truly actually want everybody to succeed. Um, in my opinion, I think if my friends or my coworkers succeed, then I succeed, right? Because that means I've done my job well and helping them learn and educate their clients, advocate for them throughout the transaction. So I believe at this point, our Delta office is going to do very well with our area. I'm hoping we do more commercial. So if you're out there and you have a commercial property, please call me because I would love to expand and grow in that division. Also, if you're a first-time home buyer, I would like to visit with you. There's steps that need to be taken, and I want you to know that this is not a stressful process. I mean, it's the biggest financial thing you're going to do in your life is buy your home. That is the biggest financial purchase you're going to have. And as a first-time home buyer, I just want you to know that we understand where you need to go, what you need to do, and who you need to ask. And so the first thing I always encourage is if you don't have a lender, find a lender. If you don't know a lender, call us. We will definitely set you up with 2 or 3 of them that you should interview as well. I feel that every client and I hate saying that word because you're not really a client. I feel like we're building a relationship, like as a, acquaintance or future friends. I have a lot of, past clients that have now become really good friends, but I want you to know that we're here to guide you through this process, and it shouldn't be stressful for you. We're here to do that kind of stress for you. Take that off your shoulders and advocate for you. We want to make sure that you're taken care of, that you find the right property for you, that you find the right lender. So I always encourage interviewing a couple lenders and even interviewing a couple realtors. I mean, we want to make sure that we all work together and feel comfortable with each other, because this is a process that we either talk daily, text, email. I mean, we're like your best bud throughout this whole transaction, and that can take anywhere between 30, 45, 60 days, depending on the property that you're buying. And we want you to feel comfortable with us and calling us at any time just to ask any question. And there's no wrong answer or no wrong question, right? I mean, this is a process that even with me, I haven't been in it that long for the public, 8 years. I'm learning something new all the time, or something new comes up within a contract that I'm not aware of. And that's okay to say, I don't know. And where do I go? So that's what I'm here to do is, if I don't know the answer, you don't know the answer, I find it for you. I enjoy that part of it. It almost feels like a CSI crime thing, because like we have to investigate a property and find out down to its bones the history of it for you, because I'm not going to have you move into something that maybe 2 years down the road is going to fall apart. We don't want that. We want you to feel safe and comfortable with your family. So that's what I feel like at United Country that we all strive to do, is build a long-lasting relationship, finding you the perfect starter home or even a retirement home, something that you're going to feel comfortable to live in for future. And then I want you to call me when you decide, hey, I'm done with this house. I want something different. I want to be the top of your mind, that, I remember that Jennifer advocated for me. I mean, she did so good. I want you to call me. And that makes me feel like I've accomplished something great. I want to be considered your acquaintance, your friend. And even after this process, I want you to call me about anything. So a good example recently is we have a couple that just bought a house, their retirement house here in Delta. And unfortunately, they had a really bad car accident last year. So they don't know anybody in this area, and they both are having some medical problems. So myself and Jody Armaderas out of my office have been helping them unpack. Now, is that our job? No. But is it something I wanted to do? Absolutely. Because, I don't feel like at the end of the closing that my job is done, right? I want them, again, to call me the next time they have a referral or they decide to sell. And I want them to feel good about knowing that they just made a great transition into an area that they don't know anybody. So it's our job to help them feel comfortable in the community that they're moving into and don't know anybody. So I've enjoyed getting to know them the last couple days, unpacking. It's kind of cool to see their life, right? It's just it's rewarding to know that they're happy. Their family's going to be happy. They have a huge family, and they bought a house that they can accommodate that for the holidays. They're looking forward to their first Christmas and unpacking all of her Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh, this lady has so much Christmas stuff. But it's cool to see their family, right? And so that's why I feel like we're more than just a realtor and a client. It's a relationship. And I want to continue that for as long as I can in my area. I love Delta. I love giving back. I'm a member of, several different clubs throughout the community. And the reason why I do that is because if my community is going to give to me, then I need to give back as well. And so feel free to call with any questions that you may have on any type of real estate needs, or if you just want to hang out and go to lunch, I'm always open for that. Now, I may have a busy schedule, but we will fit you in. And I just like to get to know people. So give me a call and let's visit. My phone number is 970-209-2378. And also come down to our new office. It's 203 Ute Street. We're diagonal across from Starvin Arvin's. Again, I'm not always here because I am out in the field. That's my job, right? I want to get down and dirty. But if I'm not here, come back. I would love to visit with you. Thank you for checking in today.